Okay, welcome to the Lightning Calculator. This is a stripper deck based method from the book Miracle Methods Casting New Light on the Stripper Deck by Gene Garden Frederick Barry. This is a really cool combination of like an any card at any number with weighing the cards, and none of it is done in a stack, and it's all done using the stripper deck in kind of a cool way. So what we do prior to this trick is we take 17 cards and we reverse them so they're facing the opposite way from the rest of the deck. And I'm going to walk you through this slightly differently to how it is in the book. This is just how I would get from point A to point B, B being the combination of the effect. I might start with the cards on the bottom, these 17 reverse cards on the bottom, then have a card chosen, just make sure it's from above those bottom 17. So card gets chosen. Now I'm going to cut the deck so that the 17 are somewhere in the middle. And then I have the card replaced on top. That's okay, perfect. Now we're going to bury it in the deck somewhere. As I do that, I'm going to strip out that block of 17. And this is like a decently sized block, so it looks like I'm just, cutting it into the deck, which I am, but it's under my control. Now that I'm here, I'm going to do a bit of shuffling. Their card is now 18th from the top. And so I can shuffle cards here, as long as I'm shuffling less than 18, and then throw them back. I could also shuffle, like pull in more than 18, so maybe like half the deck, and then run 1, 2, 3, drop, jog, shuffle on top, shuffle back to the jog, and then once I get to the jog, shuffle 1, 2, 3, do some false cuts, whatever. At this point, spectator's card is still the 18th card down. Now we ask the spectator for a number from 10 to 20. And basically, at this point, the trick is going to go differently depending on what number they name. For example, if the number called is 17, okay, we're actually in the perfect spot where we're just going to cut off at that sort of separation point those 17 cards that are reversed. So there they go. We drop them. We say, okay, you asked for 17. Let's count these. And we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And not only did we get the exact number right, but somehow they guessed the exact position of their card. I think we looked at the card earlier. If not, this was the card. So that's really powerful. And I feel like 17 is probably a highly likely number at this point, especially if we do this thing. And this is something I've seen Danny Ortiz do. He talks about it in, I think Penguin Live lecture number 3, maybe, where he likes to, for example, in this kind of case, he might say, okay, pick a number from 10 to 20, but make it like a high number, something difficult to guess. And this will sort of push them hopefully in that 15 to 20 range. And so if it's not 17, which again, there's a high likelihood it would be 17, it's going to be close and we don't have to do much to make it work. And so basically what happens is if the number is over 17, for example, 18, 19, or 20, then we just need to deposit a few cards from the bottom onto these top cards. So if the number is 18, then we just need to get one card from the bottom to the top. In the book, they mentioned using cards to like fan the deck. I think it would also be possible to just like do a kind of double undercut thing where we have a break below the bottom card. We swing cut these to the bottom, drop that card on top, then double undercut back to the top. Do this quite quickly, so it just feels like we're cutting, warming up, and then when we're ready, we're going to do this final cut, and like that's 18 cards, count 18, there's their card. And then same for 19 and 20, but this time we would be catching a break below 2 and 3 cards respectively. But it should still feel like, just say for example they say 20, it would just be as quick as, interesting, 20, how about that? Yeah, right about there. That's kind of nice that happened. I'll leave that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I guess maybe I missed that last one. Yep, that's the 20th card. So just got to be better at that, I guess. Make sure you really do pick up or below. Oops, that time I actually got the chosen card. There we go. There's 20. Let's bring those 3 back to the bottom. Supposing the number is less than 17, well, we just need to find the difference between 17 and that number, and that's how many cards we subtract. So hopefully the number wouldn't be 10, because we said between 10 and 20, but if it is 10, then the maximum cards we need to remove from the top would be 7. And I think we could get this using a pinky count if you really practice the pinky count. Just bevel the deck and count 7 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I might be doing this as I say, are you sure you want 10? You want any other number? This is happening. Now I have a break. So now I could do one cut and then there we go. It's 10 cards and then chosen card. So these cuts should just feel like a little kind of warm up, getting a feel for the pack. There we go. Let's bring them back. And then same again, but for any other number higher than that. So 5. That's 5. We go. Okay. Now this will be 17 minus 5, 12. So this would be, if they name the number 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the chosen card. Yeah, and so that's, I think, how I would handle it. If it was like 1 or 2 cards, probably maybe not enough to do a cut. I mean, we could, but it's perhaps not enough. I think it would probably have to be maybe, let's say, a minimum of 4 cards. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 5 is good enough, as you saw. 4 is probably okay. I think it's like 2 or 3 maybe is where we're starting to, at this point we might want to just do the double undercut thing again. But this time just cut from the bottom to the top. Those 3 cards now become the bottom cards of this packet, and then we just cut, 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 count. So that's my thoughts on the Lightning calculator. Like I said, actually really powerful in the sense that it kind of bills itself as a weighing the cards, but has a kind of kicker ending that it also just happens to be in any card, any number. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's great. Hope you enjoy. See you in the next one.